Mod Mania this week is all about Doom. It's called the Doom Loot Box Mod.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Loot boxes. They have been the talk of the town lately, haven't they?
Unfortunately so. It's poking fun, of course, at the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. And oh dear, what a great idea that was, EA. Let's start releasing loot boxes that give you, if you're lucky enough, all the good stuff to make you an even better player, because who needs to grind away to get good at the game and then earn these unlocks? No, just pay for it. The mod creator for the Doom loot box mod, calling himself Rip and Tear, funny enough, he says, the original Doom came out over 20 years ago, and by now it's pretty dated. This mod brings Doom up to modern AAA standards. How? By adding random loot boxes, of course. That's what the mod creator says. So,
that's snarky, eh?
It is snarky, very tongue-in-cheek. You start off with none other than a pistol, just like usual. You got your pistol, and you got your bare fists. They're both pretty rubbish. Thing is, you can't collect any guns. If you kill an enemy who usually drops off a gun, well, congratulations, you got a bit of ammo, but you're not getting a gun alongside.
No?
No, so what you've got to do, you've got to kill countless enemies. Keep in mind, you've got next to diddly to actually kill them with, you know, any actual good weapons. You got to kill your enemies with the pistol and the fist. Just pray to God that you'll get a key drop from them. And then you've got to run around and track down a loot box hidden in the level. And then you use that key to open up the loot box, and then you get a random weapon from Doom.
Well, I'm so glad they incorporated this awful, awful thing.
Thing is, just because you get a weapon, say, oh, congratulations, you got a plasma gun, that's a very good weapon. Too bad you've only got 40 shots for it, so that's going to run out pretty quickly.
40?
Well, just like in the original game, and it spews out very quickly.
I thought you meant like Breath of the Wild, where if you use it too much, it breaks.
No. No, you've just got to use whatever ammo little snippets you've got, but keeping in mind, no enemy actually drops plasma packs for your plasma gun in Doom, so you might be given, for example, 5 or 6 chainsaws. What good is that? You can only carry one at a time anyway. Unless you're gonna strap chainsaws to your feet and use them as stilts, like, look at me, Ma! And the option setting for the Doom loot box mod, there is a market option, which will allow you, if you so wish to buy a loot box for actual money. Get one for maybe $7, or maybe get like 5 or 6 for about $50 or something stupid like that. Thing is, if you actually click on it to try and purchase it, it will say, oh, there was a connection issue. You can't buy at the moment. Of course, you...
They're not that awful. Okay, that's good.
Of course, you can't actually buy these things in the mod, obviously. But, like I say, very tongue-in-cheek, the Doom loot box mod, adding unnecessary paywalls just to get the good stuff in the game, and, again, a very clever piece of satire.
Tongue-in-cheek, he says. It's more like knife in hand, mate.
It is pretty savage, yeah. If we could re-release Doom today, you know, the classic Doom, say that EA got their hands on it somehow, some way, through some sort of tedious legalities, maybe they threatened the right people, how would they re-release Doom? What kind of features would they re-release it with?
Alright. EA, they're not very good at releasing things that aren't above the PG everyone can play line. So, first off, we're gonna have the BFG is the big friendly gun. You don't kill things, it gives them extra health. Because why? Everyone should be included. In addition to that, not everything is stuck behind loot boxes. No. You buy the game, and then to play the game, you must buy the DLC to play at all. But then again, that was already done by Destiny.
Oh,
and then change the name to Mood, because Doom is too depressing. And why is it called Mood? Because it'll go towards pandering towards teenagers who are just as moody, and this is who they are, Mum.
These sound like the kind of things that EA would do if they re-released the classic Doom. I would probably suggest chopping up the game, maybe releasing like 3 levels at a time, and the rest has to be separate episodic DLC downloads. So,
and just... when they show it at E3, most of the game that they showed won't even be in the game in the first place.
Yeah, it's just, they show all the good bits, and then later on they think, nah, let's get rid of it, come on.
We
let's
better remove that, it's too interesting. I was so keen for the original Destiny, where it's like, they're on the floor, and they're like, we got our ship blown down! No, it's okay, we'll fight back. And then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, that's not in the game anymore.
I'm thinking that they'll scrap half of the game and then chunks of the game they'll package off for the 7 upcoming sequels alongside.
They'll forget to mention you're in... they'll chop off the first half of the game, so they'll forget to mention you're in hell, so you're just in, like, a really bad part of the United States or something.
You just... Let's go into... Oh, what? What? That's the end? I thought I was going to go to hell! Come on, I'm going to go kill the icon of sin. Oh, I've got to buy the sequel now!
Boom, because they release only half at a time.
And then you get the sequel and you realise, wow, this game really sucks. It's got 3 levels. I'm jitting around.
Well, you gotta admit, game theorists would go off their mind because they go, oh, I get it. If you buy do and together, they spell doom. That's just a theory.
A game theory. And that's the reason why I gave Doom to the Pope. Because, you see, it's not a tedious bit of clickbait just to get some easy likes from people. No, I'm not that pathetic, really. It's because, it's just a game theory, just a prank, bro. I can so see that happening.
Jake, I was telling a joke, but this is getting personal. Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
Oh, don't tell me that. This is just me twisting the knife even deeper into game theory. But in any case, I think EA would probably sell skins for guns for Doom that would be utterly useless. So, like, 7 or 8 quid a pack. Decorate your guns with, like, I don't know, pictures of pancakes, monkey faces, or have some sort of announcer like, hello everyone, look kids, it's Snoop Dogg. Yes, I'm that guy who made some really rubbish music and some tedious memes that are not funny at all. I will be an announcer. Swoogity-doo, I'm going out to kill you. Whoa, that is a Ginchi kill right there. Yeah, that was a terrible impression, I know, but shut up.
If that was Snoop Dogg, what? I thought you were going down a different path, and then you say Snoop Dogg, I'm like, oh, this is Jake's rendition of Snoop Dogg.
Well, that's what EA would put in, just to milk out as much cash as possible from the obvious dum-dums who like to buy Snoop Dogg-related garbage.
Let's leave that in the past where it belongs.
Probably. In any case...
flashbacks.
I think EA, if they had to re-release Doom, they're probably shoving something like a tedious amount of crafting. When I say crafting, it basically means collect every item possible, carry the weight of the world on your back, and then craft a gun. Oh, you made 3 bullets out of, like, 50 pounds
and if you're lucky, you'll be able to unlock Cristiano Ronaldo in a loot box.
And then finally, if you pre-ordered the game, you play as The Undertaker.
Oh, yes.
Hold on right there, player. I heard that you've been fighting the demons of hell. Well, you're going to be fighting the worst possible demon of all. You're going one-on-one with The Undertaker, player. Holla. It's the Mac Militant. Let's get it on. And then you got to fight The Undertaker. Doesn't fit anywhere in the story, but, to shoehorn in that, I think that's probably what the EA is going to do.
That'll be enough.
It would be enough. So that was all about the Doom loot box mod. Enlightening stuff, I'm sure.
What? I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist!
Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio?
I have done all I told you. Ho! What? Yeah.
Band voice acting in video games for this week. It's all about a video game called Battle Arena Toshinden Remix. Now, this is a fighting game from Japan. Oh dear, lower your expectations, folks, because you know that when it comes to Japanese games and English dubs, especially when they're from the 90s, they're probably going to be a bit pooey. But don't take my word for it. How about we start playing some of the samples? You ready, Hyper?
I'm ready.
Right, so then, prepare yourself.
If anything happens to them, I'll explode all over you.
That can mean 2 things. Do you get a check? All over you. I'm glad we're back in Japan territory. This is what I live for. The memes.
This guy sounds like Yosemite Sam. I'm gonna explode all over you, you darn stupid rabbit.
That doesn't make it better, dude.
In fact, no, he sounds like Alex Jones.
Holy dooly.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that make them explode all over you. Ooh. Honestly, he sounds like he's ready to have like a tantrum, like he's shaking his fists left and right, like, oh.
He is tantruming.
This is the kind of meltdown I would expect from some sort of little tsundere anime character. Like, oh, stop calling me that, baka baka baka! Maybe it's just me.
It is just you.
Yeah, it probably is. But wow, that anger right there, yeah, it really seems like he's really angry. Am I right? No, of course I'm not right. Of course not.
He's angry.
It was so hammy and so forced that, but the thing is, it gets even worse though. It gets so much worse. It's a goldmine of bad voice acting this game, so let's check out some more samples.
What? You are a woman!
The hell was that supposed to be?
You are a woman!
What?
You breathe oxygen, how dare you!
Hello, my name is Jacques-Francois, and I am French, and what, you were a woman? Yeah, that really sounds like...
France.
Honestly, that sounds like the worst French accent I've ever heard. You can literally shoehorn in the most stereotypically offensive content into any impression of the French, and that would somehow be better than that. Was that French? Maybe it was like a failed attempt to do a completely different accent? I don't know.
Was it French? I was thinking, like, if it's French, could it possibly be just a really bad Japanese accent?
Maybe. Well, actually, Asanagi wrote in and he said that could be the old Chinese dude.
There it is,
That's supposed
there
to be
it is, some
Chinese?
Chinese
Seriously?
accent.
That was not Chinese. That was rubbish. Come
You
on,
didn't pick up on that, did you?
I've heard stereotypically offensive kind of Asian accents on bad voice acting in video games in the past. You know, like, oh, hello, I am an old person, and I shall talk about cheese. You know, they always kind of put on this hushed tone and drop their voice whenever they finish a sentence. You know, that's one way to do a voice. It's not a very good way, of course, but... oh god, we're going to get people writing in saying, how dare you insult whatever accent you're trying to insult Jake the Voice in Hyperion. How dare you do that? I'm going to write to your boss and say that you're a poopy head. Yeah, well...
But I just want to point out that we did try.
Oh, yeah,
what do you want us to do? Do you want me to get upset for you? It wasn't exactly like the bad voice actor did it. I'm sorry, but I have standards. I will not stoop lower than this.
Can stand up and fight.
I think that was supposed to be a Texan accent.
Omae wa mo shinderu. Nani?
Nani? That sounds like a really bad attempt at being an American dude. Hello there, folks. I'm American. That sounds like a really lame attempt at trying to impersonate Hank Hill from King of the Hill. I'll tell you what.
Kid, my lad, I'm gonna show this man a piece of my mind. I'm gonna kick your sass.
Oh, dang it, Bobby, that boy ain't right. Oh, I tell you what. But man, it sounds so... In fact, no, that sounds like an Elvis Presley impersonation. That sounds a bit more plausible. But why the heck is Elvis in Battle Arena Toshinden Remix? Why is he in a fighting game of all things?
He's in a fighting game because Elvis Presley just rocks it too hard. Too hard, in fact. The man just... I don't know, you're giving me questions.
Oh, damn. More exaggerated accents from around the world. I swear someone's going to step in. Someone's going to rush in and say, actually, Jake, that was actually for a different character. He's not American. Oh, so what nationality is he? He's from, Iraq. so something like that. We're going to get someone writing and saying, oh, that was an Iraqi or a Russian accent or something like that. Hi there. My name's Jason That. Yeah, that's, really a foreign accent. Well done.
The humiliation.
Adding that extra syllable, it's like China.
I cannot stand the humiliation I get from China. That's how you sigh when you are disappointed. You go to a microphone and you go, The humiliation. This is how you pronounce words. It is very rubbish. Just in case, the humiliation. I am the Akatung. I mean Akating.
I can't fight you. You look like my grandpa.
But what's stopping you?
You look like my grandpa. Yeah, we all have a grandpa. You sure you want to do another take for that, sweetheart? Are you sure you want to go with that take? Because I think
you want to have another shot at that? You want to try again? No? Okay.
Asanagi says that's a character called Sophia, his first waifu. I'm looking at the photo and I think, wait, she looks like that? Oh, she's Russian.
But that's her grandpa.
What about her grandpa? Sorry, that was not a Russian accent. Why are you giving an American voice to a Russian lady who apparently is 24 years old and dresses like she belongs in some sort of dirty cabaret movie?
It's because she's the grandpa.
Also, number 2, she sounds like she's 15, not 24. She sounds like she's some sort of Japanese high school girl dubbed by an American, not a Russian cabaret lady dressed up in some skimpy outfit. I am a lady from Russia, and you look like my grandpa.
I hug you like big, fluffy Siberian bear.
I will go and start a revolution. That's why I'm just going to be spitting all the time into the microphone if we keep this up.
We should move on. You're going to hurt your microphone.
Yeah, it's going to start setting on fire at this rate, and the boss is going to walk in saying, "Hello, hello, hello, why are you spitting on the microphone, Jake the voice?" Oh, no, I was just talking about someone's grandpa.
Me? I'm a harmless old man!
Not again.
Why
can't they just get it right?
This really makes me angry. Seriously, does that sound like an old man, folks? People out there listening across the world, does that really sound like an old man? Or does that sound like some sort of really dodgy old geezer who's probably going to be running around with a Cornish pasty in his hand through the local mall screaming, "Get out of the way, it's spewing lava down my hands, you're gonna get infected!" But with this voice... Honest to God, where do they get these voice actors?
They just find them on the street. We've gone over this.
It's just poo. It really is. These voice actors are poo. Seriously, I honestly can't understand how anyone could put that into the game and think, yeah, this definitely sounds like an old man to me, right, kids? Why are you all frowning? This is definitely an old man. Stop laughing. It's the bad guy. Get him. Me? But I'm an old man. I am a harmless old man. He's a harmless old man. Get him. Seriously, I don't think this guy has hit puberty yet.
No, and they're passing him off as an old man. It's fraud.
Hello, I'm an old man. I'm 70 years old. Ooh, arg.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hey, we're actually on the same page with this time, aren't we?
Whoa.
It doesn't. It sounds like a very depressed and rather confused version of Crash Bandicoot. Maybe Crash Bandicoot hasn't taken his medication yet.
Yes.
Oh, I'm a harmless old man. Ugh. Get away from me, Grandpa. Seriously. Let's play more of the samples from Battle Arena Toshinden Remix.
Your life is one of violence and death. Such is the fate of the Yucky tribe.
The Yucky tribe.
That is a Yucky tribe.
The Yucky tribe. Oh my God, that is brilliant. That's something that a 2-year-old will make up. I want to go to the Yucky tribe. You must be one of those evil people full of hate and spite. Such is the fate of the Yucky tribe. Blech. And apparently, Asanagi tells me that's a samurai. Yeah, that's what all samurais talk like. They sound like some sort of warped version of Richard Nixon. Aru.
It sounds like that.
Get those bombs. They mean from the Yucky tribe. Aru. Wow, that's not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of a samurai, that's for sure. No, that's...
Especially the Yucky tribe. Like, come on, though.
I can't get over that. The Yucky tribe just sounds like crazy old man.
They're not very clean, are they?
They eat all these lame foods. It's very yucky. And that's how they got the name of the Yucky tribe.
Edgy. Brother? No!
Oh, God, that was awful.
No!
That was rock bottom. That is something I would expect from Dynasty Warriors 3. Edgy. Yeah, it was kind of edgy, this game. Brother? No! Sorry, I can't take a scene like that seriously. I honestly can't imagine someone dying and then the brother crying out into the air, if that is what's supposed to happen. I'm not entirely sure of the context. But what the hell was that supposed to be like a no kind of situation? No, it's
brother? No!
Brother? No!
Oh, send me back. I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh God, no. Asanagi wrote in and said that's the main character, Ryu, and he fights with a sword. Hello there. I am.
That can't be your main character.
That
can't be your main character.
Hello there. I'm the main character. Oh, I am really tough. No. That sounds like someone just looked into the cookie jar and said, "I'm sorry, Ryu, but there are no cookies left." No cookies? Oh, poo, they took all the cookies. No, but this is just someone dying, and he's just like, no. Wow.
He needs to die quieter if that's him dying.
This is something I didn't expect from bad voice acting video games of this magnitude. rubbish. And that's all I can say, folks. Utter rubbish. Battle Arena Toshinden Remix. That's what was on the agenda for bad voice acting in video games for this week. Okay then, Max Payne University mod. This is a mod for the noir-themed third-person shooter, Max Payne. Max is a university student with an edgy... Yeah, he's with an edgy black trench coat. It turns out the evil corporate bad guys have taken over the university while Max was waiting for a meeting to discuss his thesis. And it's up to you to save his campus from the evil bad guys taking it over for some bizarre reason. Yeah.
Does he have crippling depression like the rest of us?
Surprisingly enough, no, but he has a problem when it comes to...
Is it really a university mod?
Set in a university, surprisingly bright compared to, like, you know, the actual game. And you're fighting evil corporate bad guys with machine guns. You know, the kind of guys you would expect from, oh, I don't know, the last level of the game. Why are they here? I do not know, but okay, you're fighting the toughest enemies in the game, who are suited up security guards with body armor and assault rifles, and no one else is in the university. It's completely empty. But you've got to go and...
souped up, ready to get you?
Yeah, you've got to go and clear it out anyway. After all, Max Payne's got a hand in his thesis. Which,
no!
I can't get over that little factor that Max is some sort of dweeby, edgy teenager, and that he's got to hand in his papers to his professor, but he's got to go, oh great, I gotta go kill some evil bad guys first. What a great idea for a video game mod. Now, you can perform backflips, use martial arts, and even swing a 7-foot pole around, which is an interesting weapon to use, considering you kind of just pull it out of your trench coat, and then all of a sudden you've got a 7-foot pole smacking the bad guys with, like you just pulled out a lamppost from your pocket. Wow, that really sounds like a Max Payne thing to do, am I right?
Yes, he has what they call the magic satchel.
He's a magician! That's right. You don't mess with Max Payne, he has magic powers. It's got some pretty cheesy writing in this Max Payne mod. Let me read out a few lines for you lovely people tuning in. One of them is when Max is finding a trap, and he goes, "Fortunately, my army experience and a lot of luck helped me in disarming the trap. I cut the red wire if you must know."
Oh.
Got the sass on this guy.
Yeah, well, oh, fine. If you want to cut the red wire, it's like, do you want to cut the red wire to save the town? If you want.
If you must know. Yes, I cut the red wire, but I don't know why I'm narrating these details to you people, you plebeians, but so be it. Yes, I cut the red wire, you peasants. Well, also his army experience and a lot of luck. So, wait, he's a university student who's been in the army, and he just happens to have a lot of luck to disarm a trap. That sounds plausible, I guess. Okay.
Is it a bear trap, or are we talking like a high-tech, this runs into this, which knocks this over, which does this, which knocks this over, and 5 minutes later the trap goes off?
So basically just a series of dominoes with poles throwing eggs and balls and marbles that drop down, and then it finally pulls a pin out of a grenade, and then the grenade's a dud, and then the bad guy goes, "Oh, darn, I knew I should have done something about that."
Yeah, well, you know, if it's too intricate, you got to wonder, is this really going to fulfill its purpose?
You're right, I probably should have just used the grenade launcher. Oh well. In any case, another line of dialogue was, "I disarmed the last trap. After you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy."
Once you get the hang of disarming deadly traps, it gets easier, guys. You step on a deadly trap and you go, again? Mate, this is just ruining my Sunday.
You seemed awfully happy about the fact that you're disarming traps, you know, Max. That's a interesting thing to point out. Fair dues that American military get benefits that allow them to go to college after leaving. But it's just that Max Payne, he's supposed to be an NYPD detective. He's not supposed to be some random army university super duper dude like that, who's trying to fight not for the right of the country or not to stop an evil corporation and avenge his family, but just because he's got a hand in a thesis. Doesn't that sound a little bit dodgy in comparison to the original plot?
It's a mod.
I get that, but it's still just very goofy and really confusing, quite honestly.
We have seen worse, Jake. You and I both know we have seen some things.
Yeah, that is true, that is true. I mean, I still can't get over the fact that corporate suits and security guards want a university when they could easily just buy it. but okay, let's go in guns blazing when no one's around and capture one university professor who's a bad guy. Plot twist.
Like, unless they added some real stereotype things about the university, you know, like every security guard you run into gives you an unnecessary parking fine, and you know, you get noodles for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. It's very unhealthy. You probably shouldn't do that if you're doing that, but, you know, good luck. And, you know, a couple of other things, like, I don't know, everyone's on their phone during class, even when you're trying to hand in the thesis.
And this really ticks off Max Payne, and he's thinking,
yes.
Do I really want to save this university for all these slack-jawed gawkers? Well, I'll save the university if you must know. Mod Mania in the bag, all about none other than Max Payne University Mod. What a great way to spend your time playing as Max Payne in an edgy coat, swinging a lamppost around to knock out evil bad guys trying to take over a university for unknown reasons. In the Nintendo Entertainment System port of the stealth action game Metal Gear, the first one, named of course after the titular nuke-launching bipedal tank, there was no Metal Gear in the game. Huh?
There was no Metal Gear?
No, the American port of Metal Gear for the NES had no Metal Gear. You had to destroy a supercomputer that controlled Metal Gear. What? What?
What? No, that's... What is this?
That doesn't make
Just
sense!
call the IT department, mate. It's over.
That's like making a Duke Nukem game, except you play as some guy called Steve Omelette Face. It's like, hi, I'm Steve Omelette Face, and I'm gonna... Wait, why is the game called Duke Nukem? What? I don't get it. Whatever.
What does Metal Gear do? I don't know. That's the name of the software. And that's the end of the game.
But yeah, unfortunately, due to memory issues and the fact that the team working on the American port of Metal Gear, the NES port was kind of lame and had to make quite a few drawbacks and quite a few removals. It's quite peculiar at the fact that you can't even put the gigantic bipedal nuke-launching tank that's in the title of the game. That's nowhere to be seen in the game, which is named after said bipedal tank. Now people are literally just going to think it's all about a literal Metal Gear, not the gigantic tank called Metal Gear. That's stupid. Seriously.
Imagine being a kid in America and just go, I'm going to go buy Metal Gear. What's the Metal Gear about? Oh, the gear is metal. Oh, that makes sense.
Sounds like a lame title. Imagine if they remade it. They got Snake to talk to someone like the Colonel and talking about, you know, what do I gotta do, Colonel? Well, Snake, you've gotta go into that secret base over there, destroy Big Boss's ultimate creation. Oh yeah, I've gotta destroy Metal Gear. But what? Oh wait, hey Snake, you wanna talk about something? Let's not talk about Metal Gear. Let's talk about pie again. No, Colonel, I'm pretty sure we gotta talk about Metal Gear. That's what I've gotta destroy in this game, right? It's really hot in here. Snake, I can't talk to you right now. No, Colonel, how do I destroy Metal Gear? What? What? Metal Gear? Is that a type of sandwich brand? No, I've never heard of a Metal Gear before.
Is it a boy band?
No, Colonel, it's not a boy band. Where is Metal Gear? Is a Metal Gear in this game? Well...
The boy band is metal, but there are no Metal Gears. That was a typo.
I have to go now, Snake. My planet needs me. Colonel, are you telling me that there's no Metal Gear in a game called Metal Gear? Well, no. But you've got to defeat...
Sorry to say, we took your money. It was great.
you know the box art when you said that you've got to stop Big Boss? Yeah, so how do I get to Big Boss? Yeah, well, memory issues. Big Boss is not in the game. Just go to the end of the mission and then we'll pick you up.
Go right off the screen and the game ends. That's it.
Snake, I'm afraid we can't even afford to put in soldiers in this game. Because of memory issues, we can't even put bad guys for you to fight. Colonel, this game sucks! Yeah, I know. Damn Americans, porting Japanese games. So anyway, Snake, have you played Super Mario 64? You never guess who you play as. Oh yeah, I love Mario. What? No, Snake, there is no Mario. Memory issues, the American porting team, and now you've got to play as, Steve the Potato.
Luigi's still in it, though. He wasn't very expensive.
Yeah, Snake, about that. You're gonna have to play Luigi, you know, because, memory issues. Also, there's only 2 levels. Bye!
We've really got to fix those memory issues, yeah.
So yeah, clearly, the fact that, a Metal Gear game minus Metal Gear, that doesn't really work too well. It's like watching a Godzilla movie, except right at the end the developers and creators of the movie realize, hang on, we forgot to put in Godzilla. Oh well, let's just check it out anyway. Yeah, great idea. So, yeah, like I say, memory issues, lack of time, they couldn't even put in the American-made sequel, Snake's Revenge, Metal Gear 2, the unofficial sequel. Imagine releasing that, except you start the game and Snake is nowhere to be seen. And the developers go, hang on a minute, wasn't there supposed to be a guy here? Yeah, Snake. Oh, we've got to put in the playable character. Oh no!
Very simple, but memory issues. I can't say it enough, neither can you. Memory issues occurred.
They just failed. They sucks. Well, that's a Tekken game fact in the bag, all about none other than Metal Gear for the
When you
NES.
don't search for Metal Gears, it's just a corporate takeover, and you try to take on the big boss. You get fired at the end, spoilers.
Damn you, big boss! I told you I didn't eat your lunch! I don't care, Snake. You're fired.
You either give me my dental plan, or I blow up the building.
Dental plan, Snake needs braces. Dental plan, Snake
No, we're
needs
not
braces.
doing that right now.
Okay, so if you could take any video game announcer, maybe swap it around with another, or maybe implement anyone you want as a video game announcer, who would it be?
Danny DeVito and Overwatch.
I didn't expect that. Please, clarify, elaborate.
Alright, so in Overwatch, you've got someone, I can't remember her name precisely. It's not Cortana, it's Athena, that's it. And she's got this very robotic voice. She is an AI, after all. But I'm just thinking to myself, because at the start it always goes, welcome to Ilios, so welcome, you know, very kind of thing. I'm imagining Danny DeVito. It's like, welcome to Ilios! You gotta take down some bad guys! And I'm like, ooh. I could imagine Danny DeVito doing some Overwatch. I'd be down for that.
I want Danny DeVito to do his Harry Wormwood impression from Matilda, which is basically just him being more angry and aggressive like usual, just going, I'm great, I'm incredible, Michael, get me in the next map, set in Egypt or something.
Who you been talking to?
Listen, player, I'm smart, you're dumb, I'm big, you're small, I'm top player, you're not, and there's nothing you can do about it. What about Barry Burton, video game announcer?
Barry Burton, who is he again?
You know, Barry Burton from Resident Evil.
Oh, what's it called? Just take a look at this.
Yeah, that guy who goes, just take a look at this. So I would so have him do that when, for example, someone has just taken the flag and said, oh my god, someone's taken the flag, take a look at this. That was too close. You were almost a blue team sandwich. Anytime you were almost ran over by someone in a jeep or something like that.
In Team Fortress 2 is that somebody's taken our briefcase. What's going on with our briefcase?
Briefcase? What's going on with that briefcase? Yeah, so Silent Hill I would totally have. I think I would also have probably Paul Eiding again from Evil Zone. Just have, I don't know, let's say Call of Duty. You know, instead of saying, oh my god, tactical nuke incoming, instead you just have Paul Eiding go, I love my tactical nuke. I just have him.
Oh yeah, Brown Strike!
Brown Strike. Adjusting position to all you Call of Duty players. Here it comes! I just have him scream right through everyone's speakers.
One more thing, it would probably be, is it Frank Hill from King of the Hill?
Hank Hill from King of the Hill, I'll tell you what.
King of the Hill. But, god damn it.
Oh, dang it, the red
Get on
team.
the point. Give me my propane, Jill, and give me my lead. I'm gonna give him a piece of my pie.
Oh, dang, red team always taking the flag from the blue team. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, my blue team ain't right, I'll tell you what. Rick, are we supposed to say Brown Strike?
Morty, we gotta do a Brown Strike, Morty. We gotta kill everyone, Morty. Doesn't matter. We gotta kill everyone, Morty. Brown Strike.
Well, it just sounds really weird, Rick. I don't think we should rate this.
No, Morty, snap out, Morty. Brown Strike.
Stop. Oh, all right. Brown Strike. Yeah, that sounds about right, huh?
No, you gotta put some emotion into it, Morty. I don't pay you enough for this. You gotta put some emotion to it.
I know what you're thinking, but the funny thing is, I didn't even watch Rick and Morty.
Well, you gotta have a high level of intelligence. You don't understand.
Get out. All right then.
There are crackers in there.
What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio?
I have done all I told you. Ho. What?
Yeah.
Bad voice acting in video games. It's all about, for this week, Evil Zone.
Hadolka. She is female, 23 years old. Bad. She was imprisoned in the Evil Zone.
Just the small pauses. That actually made me happy listening to that. Just, oh yes, intensive pausing.
She's 23 years old, female.
Bad.
I just love how.
She's bad to the bone.
She's an evil almighty creature, or she's the scourge of Oblivion. No, it's just, she's 23 years old, evil, and she's bad. I swear, this sounds like... It sounds like he's sitting down for his kids. It's like, tell us this great story, Uncle Paul. Certainly, this is all about Evil Zone with Marie Hadolka, who's 23 years old, female. Bad. Oh man, it just sounds so bad. Appropriate enough.
So bad. He tried his best.
He tried his best and he failed badly. And that's the thing. This whole segment will be entirely about making fun of Paul Eiding's performance because it's just so friggin' awful in this game.
You're lucky. Brown strike!
What?
What?
You're lucky. Okay, I got that part. Brown strike? Brown strike?
None of that made sense. Is brown strike?
Is it proud strike or brown strike? Sorry, I'm gonna have to go to the toilet right now for a brown strike! I bet that's what he calls going to the toilet. That,
Oh, no, no, you don't say that. There could be children. Zan is listening.
Hey, where is our voice actor anyway? Oh, he's gone to the toilet. How do you know that? Oh, listen. Brown strike! Oh, yeah, he's definitely gone to the toilet.
You know what? Let's use that. Yeah, let's use that. I like it.
That's what I'm going to do next time I go to the loo. I'm going to scream that at the top of my voice, and, it's just going to be quite peaceful. Everyone's relaxed, etc. And then you just hear, echoing through the chambers, you just hear, Brown strike! Oh, man, what kind of name is that? Oh yeah, he voices Gally Vanish Gregman. Wow, that's a pretty corny name right there. So, Vanish Gregman and his brown strike, the deadliest move. Clearly one of the deadliest moves ever in a fighting game. You don't want to mess with that. Well, that's for sure. Asanagi's writing it and saying, Yellow Stream!
Okay, no, I draw the line there. Unless it's an electrical stream, we do not talk about that. Don't cross the streams.
Let's call it there. For the sake of decency and taste, let's call it quits for now, shall we?
I love my missile launching technique.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you gotta put that in the jingle, mate. That was a masterpiece. That was beautiful. Just, oh yeah, you gotta love me missile launching technique, mate. Oh yeah, no.
Oh yes.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, just when I thought that they wouldn't get more awkward out of context, now we get this one. I love my missile launching strike. That was the best.
Yeah. You're gonna love my missile launching strike.
Yeah, that was easily one of the greatest laughs I've ever heard in a video game. A bad guy laugh. Hey.
A really angry French guy. Oh. This is not a jackhammer. This is Jacques Hammer. Oh.
I know that you filthy American. I love my missile launching strike. Oh, jeez. And shout out to Baron Bill. That is the voice actor for Grandpa Max from Ben 10. Also, the Colonel from Metal Gear Solid. That is Paul Eiding.
It actually is Grandpa Max from Ben 10.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
wow. Okay, I just thought that was a coincidence.
No,
okay.
it is actually Colonel the Colonel. It is actually Ben. Ben, you know what my favorite attack is to defeat these bad guys? My missile launching strike. Snake, watch out! Metal Gear is gonna launch his missile launching strike. Liquid Snake, he's 23 years old, male. Bad.
He's 23 years old, male, bad. I'm gonna show him my
missile
launching technique.
Which is from the
bringing umbrella, son.
He's currently from the evil zone. Colonel, it's called Shadow Moses Island. Oh yeah.
It's not Shadow Moses. It's
evil
Shadow
zone.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Shadow Jesus.
Oh god, I just love how awful these are. That's the he's a good voice actor, but he just did an absolutely terrible performance in this game.
Adjusting position. Here it comes!
I just love that
wow.
line.
Out of context and an unnecessary pause.
Adjusting position. Here it comes!
Oh, out of context, mate. Eh? Oh.
Oh god, man, I'm always wheezing with laughter.
I'm adjusting my position. Are you ready? Here it comes!
No, you know what? I reckon that would be pretty good with Dragon Ball Z, just like yelling really loud.
Adjusting position. Here it comes!
Give me all your energy! Spirit bomb! Nice try, Goku, but I am the evil Lord Freezer. Adjusting position, it's time for the Brown Strike! Here it comes!
But you could think of it in a fighting context, or of course the first thing is like, here it comes.
Oh, yeah, everyone's writing in and making the same old joke about
Yeah, exactly. It's unnecessarily out of context. But that's the thing, it's just like, you mix all this line together. This is the Brown Strike. Here it comes!
I just can't. I can't get over the fact that he uses names like Brown Strike. And he's just so great at overacting. I just love it so much.
Errol Prose, a neutral person. Danzibar, the ultimate hero.
Oh, speaking of heroes.
The neutral person. That's a very good name for a fighting guy. And
I am neutral. What's your name?
The ultimate hero. I just love that guy. You know, the ultimate hero of the game. If you hear ultimate hero, you're going to think, oh, everyone else is going to suck. I'm going to play as the ultimate hero. He's like ultimate. And yeah, maybe I want to play as the neutral guy. Neutral guy. Oh, man.
I'm fairly neutral about the whole thing.
I don't
have opinions.
One way or the other. So, neutral guy, what do you think about fighting in Evil Zone? If I don't make it out alive, tell my wife hello.
Yeah, I remember that. If I don't make it out of my wife, tell my alive that I'm not there.
It's a beige alert, your neutralness.
If I don't get out of my wife, tell her, Brown Strike!
You can't...
I am coming.
Brown Strike! Oh, man. That also, you know, the ultimate hero, yeah.
Here it comes.
It's clearly better than hero. You know, from One Punch Man, we've got the ultimate hero.
Midori, the fighter. Kakarine, the innocent one. Gally Banish Gregman, the nice guy.
Nice guys, finish that.
Oh man, what a great name for fighters! The innocent one, and
I am the fighter.
I'm the fighter in a fighting game. Yeah, he's my favorite character. I love playing as the fighter in a fighting game. Yeah, and Gally Banish Gregman, the nice guy. What kind of nickname is that? What kind of name is Gally Banish Gregman? He sounds like a nice guy to me. Yeah, he's definitely going to be my main for this video game.
The new Powerpuff Girls. It's like, now the leader, the fighter, the innocent one, and the boring one are dedicating their lives to playing video games and destroying all wrestlers.
And of course, stopping them from doing the almighty move, Brown Strike! And as we all know, that's bad. Yeah, I'm not letting go of that first snippet, but yeah, I'm not. I'm not really fond of these nicknames for these characters like the fighter, the innocent
But you
one.
don't understand. If she's nice, deep down underneath, she's 23 and she's bad.
She's bad, but she's the innocent one. And of course, there's the nice guy. The nice guy.
There was just nothing else about him. They couldn't go with plain dude, so they've gone on nice guy.
It's time for a crossover fight, starring Scorpion and Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat versus the Fighter and the Nice Guy from Evil Zone. Now I want to hear Scorpion go, and now for my ultimate move, the Spear. Here it comes! I swear, I'm making more noise than the builders outside the studio at this rate. And proud.
Just scream over them. Assert your dominance.
Okay, now it's time for the final sample.
Here comes Invincible Guy.
Invincible Guy!
Of course, they said 3. The rule of 3s is broken by the 4th wall.
Here comes Invincible Guy.
Here he comes. The Invincible Guy!
I love that character. He's my favourite of them all. You know, forget the innocent one. Forget the nice guy and forget...
Who wants the Invincible one?
I want to play as Invincible Guy. After all, his brown strike is most deadly, and I bet he really loves his missile strike. So, that's what it's all about. Evil Zone. And let me just say, those voice acting samples were rather... bad. In the stealth action Hitman series, there are some not-so-stealthy weapons that you can find. I know what you're thinking. Hang on. Stealth action Hitman? Aren't the weapons like the silence pistol, the sniper rifle you can plug enemies from afar with, or the fiber wire when you can sneak behind a bad guy and then strangle him without him even finding out? Well, the answer is yes. There are all of these weapons in the Hitman series. However, there are some rather loud weapons, shall we say.
But do you have a boomerang? You didn't think of that, did you?
No.
Angles are everything. They make up everything. All these squares make a circle.
Shout out to the Hitman developers. Put a boomerang in just to appease Hyperion. And I want Hyper to be put in as a target, and every time he spots Agent 47, he goes, "Hello there, me old fishy on a dishy. I'm Australian. Gonna kick you in the old ghoulies, me old clucker. Got a boot on me noggin, if you get what I mean. Filling full of gravy," you know. So fantastic Australian slang like that no one understands.
That was not even a not even a word of that was even remotely close, mate.
You want me dead now, don't you?
You know what? I think I'll just let the rest of the country do it for me.
Australia has declared war on the United Kingdom, all because of me. Sorry.
Long time coming, in all honesty. Let's think it over. We want the Union Jack for ourselves, okay?
Get in line. Let me finish the Tekken game fact first, then Australia. The oddest weapons to find in the Hitman series, like, say, stealth action series, you can find in Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, you can find an M60, a Spaz 12 shotgun, even a minigun.
Nice and quiet.
In Hitman Contracts, and a nail gun in Hitman Blood Money.
Just in case he wants to go home and finish his trade.
Doesn't really sound like the kind of weapons I would expect from a stealth action series, I know, but hey, if you feel like completely giving up on the stealth moments and just grabbing a gun and then shooting every bad guy in your way, I always kind of imagined grabbing one of these weapons and thinking, this'll definitely come in handy in my stealth action adventures, taking out bad guys around the world. I mean, the Spaz 12, when Agent 47 finds it in a hotel level, wrapped up within some flowers in the florist, which is supposed to be a Terminator 2 reference, and 47 plucks it open, finds Spaz 12 and goes, "Oh, Spaz 12 might come in handy. You sure?" You can't hide it, it's loud as hell. I mean, imagine just walking around with an M60 or Spaz 12 and just saying... Hey, let's ask that mysterious stranger I've never seen before. What are you up to?
Jake, the voice comes with his own sound effects.
I heard gunfire, I heard an M60, I heard a shotgun noise. I just thought that a supposed Silent Assassin was around causing some noise. I mean, what kind of idiot would do that? A so-called legendary Silent Assassin go around not being silent using an M60? What kind of idiot would do that anyway? Yeah.
You're now on my list.
See, that's just me coughing. See, I cough and I sound like a machine gun. Oh, right. Oh, sorry, sir. I thought you might have been an assassin using an M60. You know, supposed silent assassin. All right, I'll let you get on now. Oh, thank you. Could you stand in that room over there, please? Oh, okay. Hey, why am I supposed to be... It was that loud machine gun noise. Nah, it's probably just someone coughing.
It is the allergy season.
I've got a bad throat, all right? I'm sorry. I just thought it sounded like an M60 going off. Yeah, an M60. Yeah, that's, pretty crazy stuff, I know. That was all about none other than Hitman, and the not-so-stealthy weapons you can find in this stealth action game. Okay, so the Failing Every Quest in Oblivion mod for The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the open-world RPG from 2006, one of my favourite games, it's deliberately made so that the protagonist seems to fail at everything he does. Like, all the quest lines, all the things like that, he just somehow messes up and then gets a message saying, oh, because I did this and that, I failed. So here's a few examples. In the DLC called Knights of the Nine, when you have to banish an evil monster back to its own realm, or something like that, and you've got to kind of dress up as a knight and fight for the Knights of the Nine, as they're called. To start off the quest, you've got to talk to a chappie called the Prophet, and he's some old geezer who's like saying, oh my god, the gods won't help us now, we're all going to die, we need a hero, etc.
I need a hero.
I'm looking up for a hero at the... Old man, shut up! Sorry. If you walk over to him, and basically you're supposed to say, I'm a good knight. Oh, really? Well, do this task and then we'll see if you're a good knight. And that's how you start. However, in the Failing Every Quest mod for Oblivion, if you annoy him inadvertently and he exclaims, Buy Azura, buy Azura, buy Azura, and you discover that, hang on, that's the same line used by the Adoring Fan, which is one of the most infamous characters in the game, because when you do the arena quest and you become Grand Champion, you get a young little elf who comes up to you and goes, Buy Azura, buy Azura, buy Azura, it's the arena Grand Champion, I can't believe it's you, standing here, next to me. So, the modder Public Gamer wrote so that after you discover that the Prophet goes, Buy Azura, you failed the quest because you've just discovered that he's the father of the Adoring Fan, and that you write in your journal, I think I'm going to be sick. That's a creative way to fail a quest.
Sounds like he's trying to sell something. Buy my Azura, buy it! Buy it now.
Buy it! Buy Azura, you fools! Here's another one. In the Thieves Guild, sometimes if you're sent to jail maybe once or twice, a thief might run up to you, give you a note to say, here, it's from a friend. And it's supposed to say, come to the Garden of Derloth at night. There's a group who wants to meet you, and then you discover it's the Thieves Guild and you can join the group of thieves. But in the Failing Every Quest in Oblivion mod, instead you scry, Stranger Danger! And, and the guards race after the woman. It says, because I accidentally spilt the beans and screamed Stranger Danger, the only person from the Thieves Guild has just gotten arrested. Now I fail. Darn.
There's one I would like to see in this game. First, everything's going to be a fail. I feel like there should be one where you just continuously fail in smaller tasks inside a large quest. And after a couple of times, because, you know, you fail and then you get beaten up by the townspeople left, like, with a slither of health. And if it keeps happening, at some point that one part from SpongeBob is, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people. If there was a Failing Every Quest in Oblivion mod where we had to make something, it would be something in the lines of, well, this old man, he needs escorting from this town to this town without dying. Could you help me, good sir? Alright then, I'm the hero of the game. I'm going to escort you. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. And then somehow get in a fight with a guy and say, Run everyone, he's gonna kick my butt! And everyone turns to the old man. Hello everyone! So, you like kicking butts, do you? We'll show you, old man! Yeah!
Yes, that's more incorporated again.
By accidentally blaming the old man for being the bully and not the guards, he just got beaten up and killed. Therefore, I failed that questline. There's another one here, actually. There's another one. Public Gamer wrote for the Failing Every Quest in Oblivion mod. If you go to the Archmage of the Mages Guild and say, yes, I want to be a mage. Oh, well, you need to get recruitments and recommendations from everyone in the place we live in. if you can go, oh, I don't care about that, I want to be Archmage. He goes, well, if you can't even do this simple task, you don't deserve to be a mage. And it says, for being impatient and demanding to be Archmage, you fail the quest, and also the recruiter wets his pants. He also adds in the journal, I'm supposed to get recommendations from other people rather than this guy, but logic doesn't exist here. Imagine one which, there's a city, like a burned city of Kvatch as it's called, and it's been destroyed by these evil monsters from another dimension. Could you imagine if you are playing as this failure of a protagonist who keeps failing everything in this mod? Imagine being told, okay, we need your help to clear out this town full of monsters. Okay, I've got a fireball spell, let's take them down. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. And then maybe 10 or 15 minutes later, you've just completely burnt the entire remains of the town to the ground by accident.
You could do the whole thing from, it's like, we're underwater. Not do underwater mission. It's just like, my house burned to the ground underwater. How is this possible? So that's where I left my cigar.
And that raises further questions. I can just imagine, like, in this failure mod, casting a fireball, hitting a long set of fuses, which hit a barrel of hay, and that spelt barrel of hay kind of leads up to a stream of gunpowder. That stream of gunpowder kind of pours over to some spilt whiskey that you knocked down earlier. That spilt whiskey heads over to, like, a big explosive gunpowder kind of attic, maybe. Like, you know, piles and piles and piles.
You put all your spare paper and your gunpowder in a small pile.
Yeah, it's all safe here. Oh no! And just from the distance, my God, what the heck happened?
That doesn't sound very good.
That didn't sound good. What the heck happened? Yeah, I accidentally cast a fireball spell and detonated the gunpowder, but there wasn't any gunpowder down there. I kind of stored there because I thought it would be safe. Okay, new plan, everyone. He's just destroyed Kvatch. Kill him! Because I couldn't even save Kvatch, I accidentally blew it up, and now I've failed the main quest line. I can so imagine you're supposed to be, like, finding the Emperor's son and telling him, you know, you are the lost heir of Uriel Septon, the dead Emperor. You can save the world. Oh, great. Help me, please. I can imagine, like, maybe rushing up to him like, yo, dude, I can't believe it, you know, you're totally the Emperor. You're going to be ruling the world and you're going to save them. What? This is so exciting. Oh, God.
He had a small heart attack.
Because I was so excitedly telling him that he was the Emperor and he could save the world, he had a heart attack and died. Therefore, I failed the main quest line. Oh, darn. I really am bad at this.
Fanboying.
Okay, so that was none other than failing every quest in Oblivion mod for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the open world RPG. Otherwise known as my life failing everything, even the simplest of tasks.
What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio?
I have done all I told you. Ho! What?
Yeah.
Bad voice acting in video games for this week is for Deep Fear.
Is it scary?
It is a bit spoopy and scary. It's a rip-off of Resident Evil. You know, survival horror, clunky tank-like controls, limited supplies, but this time you're on a Sega console, for the Sega Saturn more specifically, and you're underwater. You're going around an underwater base, killing mutants and monster things, I don't know. Back in the day, it got reviews saying, yeah, it was okay, but better acting than Resident Evil. We're going to dispute that claim, I think. How about we play some of the samples and dispute it?
Dubois, are you okay?
Yeah.
You're a genius.
That sounded like something else. Yeah, I'm a genius.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we've set the bar pretty low already, haven't we?
Yeah, I had to refrain from laughing a bit too hard there because it just reminded me of something else. It's just, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Can I point out, that main character, John, I can't even remember his name. He's another generic military
John
man.
Michaels.
I'm going to call him John Default because I just can't remember his name. It's so generic. Hello, I am John Default. He actually sounds like Albert Wesker from Resident Evil, talking like this.
A little bit, like, I honestly don't know. I was a bit too focused on the, yeah.
Yeah, that's Dubois. He's supposed to be the camp flamboyant character who's so blatantly offensive that... Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Good.
And let me just say, here in the Cyberden, we are pro-LGBTQTAH. The AH stands for Attack Helicopter. We are all for that kind of stuff. But we just want to point and laugh at the fact that they thought this was good voice acting. They thought this would be a great idea to implement this into a game. Wow.
Follow your dreams, but not this hard. Not so hard that this happens, but follow your dreams.
Wow. Let's see how awkward this gets.
What are you gonna do?
I'm calling the SEALs back.
Oh, I have to take care of the docking unit, so I'll let you take care of this big job.
Big job. Thank you.
Just, it's just like, oh, okay. It's not like I already knew that. Thank you for telling me.
Oh, okay.
Now, I better go take care of this big job.
I just love how he pronounced this big job. How southern do you have to be?
Big job. So monotone, too.
Oh, hello there. Hi there. I'm American Man. I am the protagonist, John Default. Oh, hey there. My name is...
At least Microsoft Sam puts a little bit of fluctuation in the way he speaks.
I agree. I think they probably should have got Microsoft Sam instead of this guy. Hey there.
Welcome to How to Speak. But...
Sam, I need your help. John Default needs your help. Hello there, John Default. I will help you right now. Thank you. Wow, you've got a better voice actor now. Yes, I did. Did you know if you type in SOI, SOI, SOI repeatedly on Microsoft Sam, he goes swa, swa, swa. That is true. That's awesome. Yes, Microsoft Sam can't say soy, soy, soy. It sounds like swa, swa, swa. So I'm thinking that... Even with that in mind, I think, maybe one of those text-to-speech kind of computers will probably do a better job as, hello, I am Monotone Man. Let me just play the sample again. Hang on.
I'm calling the SEALs back.
Oh. I have to take care of the docking unit, so I'll let you take care of this big job.
Oh, yes, thank you. I swear he sounds a little bit like Mr. Popo.
No, and even he has better ones. Like, we're thinking DBZA or the actual original one. It's like, oh yes, I am Mr. Popo. Like,
hello.
This is not maggots. This is the pecking order. You, the dirt. The worms inside of the dirt.
The Navy SEALs you're about to call. Kami.
Then Popo. Any questions? Do you want to climb back up?
Oh, jeez.
You saw how that guy turned into a monster.
I know. That was strange.
The first one didn't sound bad, but just... He turned into a literal monster, Steve. Why aren't you reacting? It was strange.
I know, that was pretty strange. I don't know, it was just like that kind of, oh, hello there, I am a sassy teenage character. Oh, darn, it is pretty crazy out there. I mean, there. I know, it was pretty strange. Because that's the average reaction to seeing someone mutate into a horrible creature. That was pretty strange. I can imagine going through something like The Thing, and having, all the mutants kind of just pour into a gelatinous pile of skin, then grow legs and run away screeching, something like that, and then just going, wow, that was strange.
There was a tentacle coming out of her forehead. It was strange.
That was pretty creepy. Dude, why aren't you scared?
Have you ever seen somebody breathe out of their feet? It's strange.
They're growing cheese out of their back. That's not humanly possible, John. I know, but... It is pretty weird.
I saw that. It is strange.
Very odd. It's more than odd, it's frightening. I know, but strange. Mostly strange.
I know, but isn't life strange?
Life
always finds a way. It is strange like that. Doctor, I am strange.
But John Default, don't you realize this is a horrible kind of creature right here taking over? No, you don't even care, do you? It's just strange to you.
No, I find it strange. Fascinating.
Don't get me wrong, that voice at the start was irritating enough. Oh my god, this kind of voice, that annoys me.
I had no idea!
It's so crazy around here. I get it, but at least John Default here is being sensible, somewhat.
Again, as I said, the first one isn't too bad. That's kind of just your characteristic, frightened lady. It's a monster, Steve! Oh no!
Wasn't even a lady.
Wasn't it? Oh,
no, it was a bloke. in which case, no, you take it back.
But, Mr. Stereotypical person going, oh no, it's a monster, Steve! It's interestingly strange.
Wow, that is one hot lady right there. It's a bloke. Oh.
Let's go back to land together.
When you get back...
What?
Would you have an ice cream with me?
Of course.
That was award-winning stuff right there. That was brilliant.
That was actually some okay voice acting. Like, suddenly, it's like, oh, we gotta do this. Can you have an ice cream with me? And he actually gets tender. Of course.
Well, okay.
That's nice of you, dude. You're a nice guy, aren't you? You're a real top-notch bloke.
I'll give credit for John Default here for actually making some sort of effort with the final line, but that chick, though, that was rubbish. Honestly, that was absolute poo. Seriously. I mean, for one thing, it's like, hey, let's get back to land together. Keep in mind, this person is dying. This is a girl who's dying, or at least on death's door, I don't know, something like that, injured, whatever. And she's like, when we get back to land, can we get ice cream?
Of course.
Of course.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I don't understand where she got this mindset from. Did she really think that's
How old is she? Like 12?
I don't even know. Well, she certainly sounds like it, yeah, but which raises further questions. Why the heck is she in some sort of underground facility full of mutants and monsters or something like that? But
don't talk about that. No, it just happened. It's video game. Plot driving devices.
Precisely. In fact, I want to play the sample again because I just love how hopelessly optimistic he sounded right at the start. So hang on.
Let's go back to land together.
When you get back,
What?
would you have an ice cream with me?
Of course.
What?
All right, I might have given him too much credit.
Yeah,
it sounds
way too
a
much.
little bit too detached. Like he's not saying yes to an ice cream. It's like he's agreeing to something else. He's not saying, yeah, I'll go have an ice cream with you. It's like, would you go to the dance with me? Of course.
Let's go back together when we get back. What? I just love how he said what.
Cream?
What? Can we get some ice cream? Of course.
This is her final wish, dude. Come on. You aren't saying, let's go house hunting. You are giving this girl an ice cream before she dies. Dang it.
Let's get some ice cream. Of course. But yeah, I've just got to go defeat some monsters and aliens before they take over this ship and kill us all. You know.
But the ice cream's that way.
Darn. All right, let's play some more.
What's the matter, Dubois?
John, it's a facility check. I have this strange feeling.
That doesn't sound too good.
You don't say, pal. You don't say.
There is so much to dissect there.
Again, Dubois, once again, the return of the camp flamboyant character. Let's go over there.
What's going on? Why does he... It sounds so forced.
We're gonna go over there. Is this voiced by the squeaky voice teen or something like that? Here's your taco, sir. Whoops, I dropped it in the monster. I'll get it out. There's an explosion and, well, that doesn't sound good.
Not
What makes you
really.
say that, pal? What makes you say that? Seriously.
Is it the wall of death headed towards you?
I can imagine just like a big fiery explosion just flying top speed right at the characters looking outside the window, like maybe 1 second before death, and I can just imagine John Default staring at it, going, well, that can't be good. The military are going to drop an airstrike on this underwater research base to stop the alien outbreak, and we're in here too. Well, that doesn't sound too good at all. Oh, well, that's pretty lame. Oh, darn. Oh, looks like a gigantic outbreak of mutants are going to kill us all. Well, that's a minor inconvenience right there.
There's a bunch of zombies headed towards you. That doesn't sound too good.
Well, that's a bit of a poopy situation right there. Oh, John, it's really bad. Am I going to get ice cream when I'm done with this job? No, pal. Do the voice acting. Oh, fine. Well, yeah, that sounds quite bad. I am acting. Come on, you love it. You know you love it, really. You know the old saying, if you don't try good, you try... Just don't try, get better voice actors. The end. Song over. That was bad voice acting in video games. Deep Fear, the Resident Evil knockoff game.
So good.
What?
I've been waiting for you, friends.
I'm not leaving you behind!
Dr. Wowie.
I'm not a terrorist! Calm down!
Impossible!
Just take a look at this.
Oh no!
What's going on with that radio?
I have done all I told you. Ho. What?
Yeah.
Bad voice acting in video games for this week. It's all about the Twisted Metal series. We have samples from Twisted Metal 1, 3, and 4. All PlayStation era, so you know it's going to be like 90s bad voice acting. Could a Destruction Derby racing game have such bad voice acting, you wonder? Only one way to find out.
I've spent my whole life building what those twisted metal jerkies destroy, and I'll happily drill 6-foot graves for all my opponents.
Oh, look,
Happily.
everyone. It's time for a redneck stereotype.
If they're all going to be like this, I want to hear the Hank Hill one. There's got to be at least one, right? Mommy, I swear they're gonna do their cards all up in mine. I swear, just give me my lad. I'm gonna go give him a piece of my mind.
Seriously, I don't know where they got this slack-jawed yokel from to play this slack-jawed yokel, I guess. It's just a random builder character saying, buildings and I'm angry. Some folks won't play twisted metal, but then again, some folk like Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel. Dill 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 dill.
I wonder what's going on this side. Hey, Brandine, I got you some new tires for the Twisted Metal game. Oh, I just put them back where you got them.
Hey, you know what? I think I'd say my mind in this match. Hey, Mo!
Hey, Mo!
Get off the roof!
I'm crushing Calypso's twisted party with my mighty disco ball and my smilin' stylin' micro car.
Oh, hello, Governor. Geez. Oh, no, not a British stereotype. No, please.
Oh, no.
Why?
Haven't seen that before.
Oh, hello there. I've got a magic disco ball and will be driving... Oh, what a rubbish British accent. That was poo. Absolutely poo.
You sound so offended.
Honestly. Where do they get these ideas from?
It is called a lot of commitment and too much time.
And a lack of dignity.
That all goes out the window. I bet that's a speech. We're making a game. Throw all your dignity and qualms out the window. We're doing this.
Destroy all expectations for Twisted Metal 3 coming right up.
Attention ladies, please don't push. There is plenty of me to go around. And of course I will be signing autographs after I win the Twisted Metal tournament.
I can totally imagine this guy doing the Old Spice adverts. Look at your car, now back to me. Now look at your car, now back to me. As you can tell, I am acting. Who wrote that?
Boy,
hey.
There it is.
The catchphrase.
Why wouldn't you be attracted to him? He is just so confident. Why do I bother putting effort into me trying to get ladies?
The ladies do love confidence. I can give him that. I can imagine him just walking and going, "Attention, ladies. I am a person with a coat." Oh, sir, please. Take me home with you. You're
so confident that you have one.
What is that in your pocket? Is that a steering wheel? Because my car has one too. Oh, these one-liners are terrible, but his confidence is through the roof. Yes, I am the driver. Hardy har. I am a driver.
My hunger for souls is now insatiable. I've had my fill of mortals.
What the hell?
I literally just finished doing that. I have finished eating you foolish mortals. Now I take over the world.
Okay, that was supposed to be for a Grim Reaper kind of character called Mr. Grimm. He looks like some sort of zombie or skull head kind of guy.
He sounds like an abridged version of a Reaper I've watched.
He doesn't even sound like that. He sounds like someone from Feminist Frequency if she was resurrected from the grave. Honestly.
I can't even go outside and do business.
Sounds like zombie Nita Sarkeesian. My hammer, my soul is... That's not Mr. Grimm. That's Mrs. Grimm. He's just had a gender swap. What the heck is going on here? Honestly.
Well, you see, judging from the trajectory of the moon and the sun, probably at the bottom of the ocean. But I have no idea.
maybe it hasn't hit puberty or...
Death.
So, Mr. Grimm, you've won the Twisted Metal tournament, the big bad guy says. Did you just call me Mr. Grimm, you male scum? It's Mrs. Grimm, but you're a bloke, though. Did you just assume my gender? And which I think...
We're going into...
Prepare to be assimilated. I think, I think Mr. Grimm is having a crisis of identity. Thinks he's a lady, but actually a man. No, seriously, Seriously, what the hell is with that special effect? Why do they make his voice even more high-pitched? He's supposed to be like Ghost Rider, like some sort of demonic kind of biker with an ugly, ugly head swallowing souls. Why does he sound like some sort of... God knows what?
It's the contrast, mate. It's the contrast.
It sounds like you're Sounds like a blogger from Kotaku or Feminist Frequency. You know, not even using special effects, because that's what they all sound like. Of course they're going to be hungering for souls. Male souls.
He's hungering for your soul.
For souls.
Like EA Games.
Like EA Games, how we hunger for your money.
And your soul. But also your money.
That too.
Which is attached to your soul.
Alright, so that was bad voice acting in video games, Twisted Metal, the series. Guess it's time to play some more music. The survival horror series Resident Evil has referenced Barry Burton's dodgy dialogue from the first game more than a few times in their later titles. In the Mercenary Survival mode on Resident Evil 5, Barry is a playable character. And one of his close-up melee attacks is called the Barry Sandwich. An obvious reference to, that was too close. You were almost a Jill Sandwich.
But there were so many other ones that they could have picked. Just take a look at this.
In Resident Evil Revelations 2, when returning protagonist Claire Redfield, when she escapes from a crusher, she quips, yeah, I was almost a Claire Sandwich. In which Barry's daughter, Moira, she responds with, does Barry tell everyone that story?
Fine, I don't understand why you went on the sandwich one. There were so many other gems.
There's another one in Resident Evil Revelations 2, the co-op survival horror game, when Barry decides to battle the final boss. Leaves a daughter on the helicopter. It's like, Dad, no, please! He turns around and goes, don't worry, after all. Holds up his magnum and goes, I have this!
Hey, the boy!
I was like, Barry, yay! Man. It was just so great to see Barry embrace his bad dialogue from the first game. I can just imagine Barry Burton of the Resident Evil series trying to, for example, make an autobiography, for example. You know, getting a book.
Autobiographical, 2 chapters dedicated to the sandwich story from 2 different perspectives.
Constantly writing down all these crazy, wacky adventures that Barry Burton had in the Resident Evil series. I can just imagine Barry having a discussion with his publisher. Barry, for the last time, you've got to stop talking about the Jill Sandwich story. But it's a funny story, though. Just take a look at this. Barry, these one-liners are terrible. Look. You were almost a Jill Sandwich. You're the master of unlocking. You shoot a zombie in the leg and say, don't worry, I'm armless. That doesn't make sense, Barry. But people have got to know about these stories. Barry, in the last 6 months, you've had 9 sales. But surely someone wants to hear about the crazy adventures of Barry Burton, right? Not when
There's that one guy who bought 8.
And that was all you.
You gave them as gifts.
But it was to entice sales. People must know about me saving Jill from the crusher and me saying, you were almost a Jill Sandwich. Barry, you tell that to everyone. You told that to me 5 times before we started this conversation. Oh, yeah. Besides, you put it down 17 times. You really have to end every chapter with, you were almost a Jill Sandwich? Well,
in all honesty, if that book did exist, that would probably be the hook. You're going to know exactly how each chapter ends. You've just got to figure out how that phrase fits into the chapter. That would be a masterpiece. You've got to somehow make you're almost a Jill Sandwich into every chapter.
That was all about Resident Evil and the dodgy dialogue that Barry Burton has. It's good to see that they embraced it rather than cowered from some of the goofy bits of writing from the first game.